Will Saudi Arabia ever stop surprising the world with its mega projects? I am sure that's the exact question that pops up in your mind, right? First, it was the line and the octagon, then the Trojaner, and now a giant cube. Saudi Arabia's Public Investment Fund has unveiled plans for its latest mega project, a 400 meters tall and 400 meters wide cube city called the Mukaab. According to reliable reports, the Mukaab, upon completion, would be large enough to house 20 Empire State Buildings, and it will be structured as a centerpiece of a new downtown in the country's capital, Riyadh. The Mukaab is part of the wider new Murabba project announced by Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman bin Abdulaziz, and the new Murabba Development Company will be in charge of the project. Just like previous Saudi Arabia mega projects, the Mukaab, inspired by the modern Najdi architectural style, also promises to be one of the largest built structures in the world, and will offer ever-changing environments using digital and virtual technology to create holography. Now, that sounds interesting. Are we literally expecting a metaverse in the actual world? Or is this another viral marketing stunt? Tag along as we uncover everything we know so far about the Mukaab. Before we get into the details, kindly give the video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more premium content. Now, let's dive in. No doubt, Saudi Arabia is a rich country with abundant oil reserves. Aside from being one of the largest oil exporters in the world, Saudi Arabia is also blessed with other natural resources like gold, copper, iron ore, and natural gas. As a futuristic country, Saudi Arabia is trying their possible best to shift their reliance on oil to tourism, and that goal-birthed NEOM, a $1 trillion mega project that would include the line, which is under construction, a floating city called the Octagon, and the Trojaner, a ski resort. To clear your doubts, the CEO of NEOM has announced that the city's total infrastructure, which is dubbed Vision 2030, is already 20% complete, and drone pictures and leaked footage of these futuristic projects are scattered all over the internet. The icing on the cake is that Saudi Arabia has partnered with major companies like Nvidia and Oracle to help set up the AI technology for the projects. While the world hasn't recovered from the shock of these amazing projects, Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman bin Abdulaziz has announced another massive mega project, the giant cube, the Mukaab. Just so you know, the Crown Prince also doubles as the Prime Minister of Saudi Arabia, and he strategizes the Vision 2030 projects such that no city will be left out. The previous mega projects like the Line, Trojaner, and Octagon are strategically located in the Arabian Desert, but it is reported that the cube will be in the heart of the country's capital, Riyadh. Riyadh is already a full-blown city with over 7 million residents, making it the third largest city in the Middle East. But the Prime Minister has even better plans for his country's capital. One of the Crown Prince's plans for Riyadh is to take the city from just being a regular city to another level. The giant cube will skyrocket the value of the city since it will be fitted with museums, entertainment venues, walking trails, and the astonishing looks of the cube itself, which will most definitely serve as a tourist attraction. Is it possible to build a giant cube in a modern city like Riyadh? Why build a cube when they could hire an architect to give a better design? Saudi Arabia's Crown Prince has the plan all sorted out. Prior to civilization, Saudi Arabia used to be an average desert city before oil was discovered there, and most houses in the country have a traditional architectural style that is similar to the cube. Safe to say, the Crown Prince has a flair for modern technology with a touch of retro. Just like the good old days, the Mukaab, inspired by Najdi architecture, will be the new face of Riyadh when it reflects sunlight to dominate Riyadh's skyline. To give a clearer picture of the mega project, at 400 meters tall, the cube will qualify as a super tall skyscraper. In context, when placed in Dubai, the giant cube would easily be the fourth tallest building in the city of skyscrapers, and with a 400 meters breadth, it would dominate the skyline and house over 1,000 of the Berlin cube. Upon completion, the giant cube will be the largest structure in the world, and will comfortably house 5 of the current largest structures in the world, Boeing Everett factory. We are halfway through, guys. If you are enjoying the video, kindly hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you are yet to do so. One of the aims of building the cube is to make visitors and residents of the building feel like they are in another world. You could be on Mars snacking on marmol, and the next minute you are at the bottom of the ocean diving with dolphins. Just picture yourself in the metaverse. It is meant to be an immersive experience, unlike anything you've seen before. There will also be a spiral tower at the center of the dome, which will look like an anthill, and will be a premium destination for tourists. Now, this is where it gets interesting. The anthill-like structure will feature some of the best ultra-modern amenities like 5-star hotel rooms, cinemas and theaters, luxury restaurants, and of course, an observation tower to view the amazing landscape. Since the tower will extend to the top, the anthill structure will be enclosed by the massive cube, while the four corners of the giant cube will also be utilized to house lawns, lakes, and trees. Saudi Arabia's Prime Minister is really working all around the clock to promote a greener ecosystem. As mentioned earlier, the traditional architectural style of the cube was commonly used in Saudi Arabia in the 1800s, but the technology that will be used in the cube can't fit into any other type of architectural style except the Najd traditional style. Although no talk about the technology has been revealed, the best guess is that the technology that would display the virtual technology will be hidden between the Burj dome and the outer cube. Another reason the country's Prime Minister prioritizes the Mukaab is to give Saudi Arabia an iconic stance among other developed countries. A picture of the popular Eiffel Tower in Paris instantly makes you think about France and its lovely cities. A picture of the Burj Al Khalifa will also make you think of Dubai, and a picture of the Statue of Liberty brings the thought of New York City. But there are no iconic buildings in Saudi Arabia that could make tourists have gushing thoughts of the country, even though the sacred picture of Kaaba, the holy house in Mecca, might make you think of Saudi Arabia. The holy house is held in high regard, and its picture is to be respected. The giant cube will be a massive mega project, and its news has been met with huge anticipation. But the big question is, will the giant cube, the Mukaab, be built? The plans for the new project were just announced recently, so construction hasn't started. But in theory, construction will begin the next few months to meet up with the proposed Vision 2030 projects alongside the Line, Trojana, and Oxygen. The construction of the cube has, however, led to speculation that upon completion, Saudi Arabia will start competing with Dubai in terms of tourism, which would help the country generate enough revenue to keep its space as a world power. That seems reasonable, but some hurdles could hinder the project. According to financial experts, the plans for the mega project are not feasible because the country has no money to fund such an expensive project after launching a staggering $1 trillion Vision 2030 mega project. The Public Investment Fund revealed that the capital for the project hadn't been secured yet, but they are hopeful that in a few years, Saudi Arabia will be generating close to $100 billion in revenue to fund the project. That means the cube will either start as projected if foreign investors show interest, or it will be stalled till the country starts generating enough income to finance the project. If, eventually, Saudi Arabia is able to finance the project, will the technology part of the project be feasible? Of course, there are various tech companies making waves around the world, but none of the companies have made advanced technology as advertised in the cube. Now that leaves us with the question, is the giant cube, the Mukaab, really feasible? The cube's future is uncertain, and the probability of the project being stalled is high, but let's keep our fingers crossed as things unfold. Sure, you like this video. We have more videos on the Line and other mega projects around the world, so how about you check them out? Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel.